So, hello everyone. I welcome you all back to the free live session, day 24, focusing on the APSC CCE Prelims. So, we are trying our level best to make you clear this exam by bringing up various topics associated with your exam purpose. Okay. So, today, since yesterday I have directly shared with you some of the relevant facts as well as topics associated with the Ahom Bata of February edition. So today I'll be going with some of the MCQs. So probably you are all aware of the economical survey which was recently published, okay, by the government of India, okay, and therefore we have seen that there are various number of datas that has been released on this respective economic survey. So today we will discuss about some of the relevant facts, some of the concepts associated with economic survey, that are some of the economical terms, as well as we will discuss some of the questions which are associated with the economic survey. Okay, so this will be helpful for you in your upcoming prelims. So such number of questions will be directly asked in your prelims aspect. Okay, so please try to attempt before going for the answer. Like I will directly show you the question, and then if you wants to attempt, then you are open in the comment sections to go with the respective answer. So please type the respective question number. Jodi 1 hoy 1A, B, C, D, whatever. So please write the question number and then write in the comment section which is the best answer suitable for you to attempt in this respective questions that I will directly show you on the screen. Okay, so I hope that some or the other has studied the economic survey and they at least, so this video will be best suited for them who wants to test their respective remembrance, and also it will help them for the respective revision, and it will help them in solving various number of questions associated with the economic survey. Okay, so let's start with the today's session under the economic survey 2022-23. Okay, the first question says about what will be India's GDP growth rate in the financial year 2023 and 2024. Okay, so can anyone attempt this? You are free to comment in the comment section. So what will be India's GDP growth rate in the financial year 23 and 24? So this has recently been predicted by the economic survey. Okay, so the answers are coming down. Okay, Polasi, Shum, okay, good. So yes, okay, fine, good. Okay, everyone is attempting, so it's good. The answer to this question is A. Okay, it is around 6 to 6.8%. So you can see that during the time of the COVID, the growth rate was going negative, so it was around minus 6.6%. So please do remember also this growth rate. Karon kiho kane mo koisu, because it was for the first time that our growth rate was basically negative, that is minus 6.6. So please do remember also this particular data of 2020-21. Okay, baki next year karone 6.6 to 6.8 aru jodi by chance current year kotha hudi die, that means it is 7%. Okay, so please do remember this two as well as this one. So 7% and 6 to 6.8%. Okay, okay. Next, what is the India's GDP growth rate in the current financial year? Okay, so you can see it to be 7%. So what I have already told you over here, that is in this respective element, you can already find the answer. Next, going to the third question. Okay, okay, see, what is the inflation rate in India in the current financial year? 3, anyone wants to attempt, you can come up with the respective answer. What is the inflation rate in India in the current financial year? Okay, fine. 2 is fine. Okay, because I have already showed it in the graph. Anyone with the third answer? What is the inflation rate in India in the current financial year? Question number 3, correct answer B. Okay. Any other answers with? Okay, Madhurima, good. 3B. Okay, so you are coming up with the B answer. See, the RBI has projected an inflation of 6.8% in the financial year 23. So here I could directly find the correct answer to be B. Okay, so therefore please remember this is around 6.8%, that is the respective inflation. Okay, so you can see all this respective graph that has decided the time of the year period and also the inflation rates that we can see in the coming times. Okay, so that is the one. Coming to the next one, the service sector is estimated to grow by how many percentage in financial year 23? Anyone with the correct answer? The service sector is estimated to grow by how many percentage in the financial year 23? So we have got three sectors. We have got the agriculture sector, we have got the manufacturing sector, and lastly, we have got the service sector. So service sector is estimated to grow by what percentage in the financial year of 23? So that has been asked in question number 4. So it is 9.1, 9.5, 10, and 11. Anyone with the correct answer? Question number 4. The service sector is estimated to grow by what percentage in financial year 23? 4A. Okay. Okay. A. Okay. So everyone is going with the A option? Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine. So here you can see the term. In 2019-20, the service sector growth rate was 6.3%. In 2020-21, the service sector growth rate was basically negative, minus 7.8%, because during the COVID time. 2021 কি হৈছিলে 8.4%. And now in this period of time, we can see that it is around 9.1%. So hence the correct answer is 4A, that is 9.1%. Okay, good. Next, what was India's GDP growth rate in financial year 22 according to economic survey? Okay, so it's obviously 8.7% that I have already shown. Okay, so nothing to be much discussed about here. Next, what is projected fiscal deficit of GDP for the financial year 23? Okay, so the fiscal deficit that you can all see over here. So 2019-20 4.7, 2020-21 9.2, 2021-22 6.7, and 2022-23 6.4. Okay, so therefore the correct answer over here is 6A. That is the projected fiscal deficit of the GDP for the financial year 23 is around 6.4. Okay, now if I say about the fiscal deficit, so what does basically fiscal deficit means? So see, fiscal deficit is arrived at by calculating the difference between the total expenditure incurred by the government in a fiscal year and the total revenue that is obtained by it. So এইটো কাৰণে মই fiscal deficit বুলি ক'লে ফৰ্মুলাটো কি হৈ যাব? FD is equals to total expenditure minus total revenue. So this is basically fiscal deficit. Okay, but in this total revenue, just exclude the borrowings. Okay, don't include the borrowings. Just exclude the borrowings and you will get what? Fiscal deficit. Okay, so therefore, if I see about the fiscal deficit, there are two components of fiscal deficit. Probably you all have studied in the economic subjects. So what are the two components of the fiscal deficit? One is basically income and other one is the expenditure. So what is the income? The total income generated by the government can be divided into also two parts. One is basically tax revenue. Okay, that is GST, custom duties, corporate tax, and other one is the non-tax revenue, which is basically coming in from dividends, profits, interest receipts, etc. So yate income or kotha igol. Jetia moi expenditure kotha ko, this includes capital expenditure, revenue expenditure, grants from capital assets, creation, interest payments. Ebla ki hoigol? Expenditure hoigol. So therefore, these are the two main components of fiscal deficits. Okay, so therefore you have to remember about this respective fiscal deficit. So please don't confuse fiscal deficit with revenue deficit. So fiscal deficit is the excess of budget expenditure over budget received other than borrowings. But what is revenue deficit? It is the excess of revenue expenditure over revenue deficits. So এইটো কাৰণে যদি মই কওঁ fiscal deficitৰ কথা, ইয়াতে কি হৈ গ'ল? Expenditure minus receipts, that is the revenue. আৰু revenue যিটো আমি কওঁ revenue deficit RD, তাতে কি আহি যায়? Revenue expenditure minus revenue receipts. So please don't confuse with this two. Okay, because the fiscal deficit reflects the total government borrowings during a fiscal year. But in revenue deficit, it reflects the inefficiency of the government to reach its regular or recurring expenditure. Okay, so এই দুটা আমাৰ important term আহি যায় with respective to fiscal deficit as well as a revenue deficit. And therefore, I have cleared you with the respective concept. Okay, next question. According to the economic survey 22-23, what is India's exchange or India's foreign exchange reserve in billion dollars? Can anyone come up with the correct answer to question number 7? According to Economic Survey, what is India's foreign exchange reserve in billions? Can anyone come up with the correct answer? Question number 7, 562.72, 500.78, 6,000, and lastly 10,000. And that is in billion dollars. Don't consider it to be in rupees. 562, 7A. Okay, fine. See, one more thing. When I say about foreign exchange reserves, so what basically foreign exchange reserves means? So these are some of the assets that are held on reserve by the central bank in foreign currencies. So who is our central bank? It is the RBI. So therefore, the central bank will hold some of the foreign currencies, and which can include bonds, treasury bills, and also other government securities. So therefore, it needs to be noted today that most foreign exchange reserves that the countries hold today is basically in US dollars. So আজি যদি মই কওঁ Indian foreign reserves কথা, that is the foreign exchange reserves. So India's directly hold these foreign exchange reserves on the basis of foreign currency assets, gold reserves, special drawing rights, and reserve position with the International Monetary Fund. So এই চাৰিটা বস্তুত আমাৰ forex reserves সোমাই থাকে. So therefore today, if I go with the correct answer with respective to this question, we can see that the correct answer over here is A, that is $562.72 billion. So here চাই লব পাৰা. Okay, so here we can see that this is basically the correct answer. So here overall কৰি থোৱা আছে. So এইটো কাৰণে এইটো 563 বুলি লিখা আছে. So in 2019-20 we have got 478. In 2020-21 we have got 577. In 2021-22 we have got 607, and in 2022 and 23 we have got 563. So এইটো কাৰণে আমাৰ এইখিনি foreign exchange reserves থাকিব in the next coming financial year. Okay, so এইটো আহি গ'ল. Next আহি গ'ল. What will be the industrial growth in financial year 23 according to this estimate of economic survey? ইয়াতে industrial growth কিমানৰ হ'ব? So it has been given 4%, 4.1%, 4.5%, and lastly 6.7%. Anyone with the correct answer to question number 8? What will be the industrial growth in the financial year 23 according to economic survey of 22-23? 4.0%, 4.1%, 4.5%, 6.7%. Industrial growth, no one knows it? Okay, chalo, we'll see with the respective graph. So you can see, so it is obviously 4.1%. So correct answer is 8B. So here likha ase 2019-20 minus 1.4, 2020-21 minus 3.3. Okay, 2021-22 10.3, and lastly in 2023 we have got 4.1%. That is the growth rate of gross value index with respective to the industrial growth. Okay, next, agriculture and allied sector is estimated to grow by what percentage in financial year 23? 3.5, 3.0, 6.7, and 5.8. Anyone with the correct answer to question number 9? Agriculture and allied sector is estimated to grow by how much and what percentage in the financial year 23 as published by the economic survey? Okay, chalo, I will tell you the answer. You can see over here 2019-20 it is 5.5, 2020-21 3.3, 21-22 3.0, 22-23 3.5. So therefore this is basically said to be 9A. 3.5% of bahibo in financial year 23. That is in agriculture and allied sector. So please do remember that jiman khini service sector kotha mo kolu, industrial sector kotha kolu, aru agriculture sector kotha kolu, these are very important. Mo likhi dilu etu. Kibata nohoy kibata you will directly get, and this will directly help you out even in framing answers and also in basically the essays where you have to quote all such values which will be relevant, and that data are very much sufficient to score some of the marks well. Okay, so এই বস্তুবিলাক বহুত ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হয়, লাগিলে লিখি থবা or else you will get in the PDF. Okay, so please do remember, very important, আৰু প্ৰিলিমছৰ কাৰণে তো বহুত বেছি ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হৈ যায়. Okay, next, India's food grains production was how many metric tons in financial year 21-22? কোনবাই জানে যোনে ইকনমিক সাৰ্ভে পঢ়িছে? So anyone wants to attempt this question number 10? India's food grains production was how many metric tons in financial year 21-22? No one? Okay, chalo, I will tell you the answer. So you can see in this. Okay, so 21-22 kiman ase 315.7 million tons. So therefore in 2018-19 285.2, 19-20 297.5, 2021 310.7, and 21-22 315.7 million tons. So this is the food grain production of India in this financial year. Okay, so correct answer is A. Next, in which country received the highest remittance in the world according to Economic Survey of 22-23? কোনবাই ক'ব পাৰিব? The highest remittance seeker in 2022-23. Question number 11. Question number 11. Which country received the highest remittance in the world according to Economic Survey 22-23? Japan, Mexico, China, India. Japan, Mexico, China, India. 11D, India. Okay. Anyone wants to attempt some of the other questions? 11D. Okay, fine. Okay, everyone is going with D? That's good. So the correct answer is D, obviously. So you can see during 2022, this is the largest remittances in 100 US billion dollar. Second আহিল Mexico, তাৰপিছত আহিল China, তাৰপিছত আহিল Philippines, Egypt, Pakistan. Okay, আহি গ'ল ইউ France, Bangladesh, Nigeria, and Vietnam. Okay, so please do remember India, the first three you should remember. India, Mexico, China. Okay, so IMC. এনেকৈ মনত ৰাখিব পাৰা. Okay, so India, Mexico, China is basically the top remittance recipients in the financial year of 22. So therefore been defined under Economic Survey of 22-23. So amar kiman ahisile 100 US billion dollar. Okay, so therefore the correct answer is over 11D. Next, India recorded highest ever annual growth FDI inflow of how many billion dollars in financial year 22? Kiman amar foreign direct investments amar yate ahisile. Okay, so acha, one more thing, if I say something about the remittances, okay, just yate kotha ta khunilba remittances or maybe all of you know, but still I want to just give a brief meaning and definition of the remittances. See, the remittances are some of the workers remittances or compensation of employees and migrants who transfers as recorded in the balance and payment scenario of a respective country. So we know that remittances are a vital source of various household income for low and middle income countries. So therefore we can see that আজি যদি আমাৰ ইয়াৰ মানুহ বাহিৰত গৈ পেলাই চাকৰি কৰেগৈ and then they directly send some of the money to their respective families, then the government charges some proportion of money which is directly claimed as this remittances. So যিমানে আমাৰ remittances বাঢ়ি যাব সিমানে আমি কি বুজি আছো যে আমাৰ ইয়াৰ পৰা বাহিৰত চাকৰি কৰিব মানুহ বেছি গৈছে. Okay, so therefore this is basically what it mean by remittances. Okay, now if I see about this one, question number 12, anyone has come up with the answer of question number 12? D. Question number 12, কোনোবাই কৈছে নেকি? নাই কোৱা? India recorded highest ever annual growth FDI inflow. So FDI inflow in billion dollars financial year 22 কিমান হ'ব? So what is basically FDI? So any investment from an individual or a firm that is located in a foreign country into a country is called a foreign direct investment. So generally foreign direct investment is when a foreign entity acquires ownership or controlling stake in the shares of a company in one country or establishes business there. So that is basically FDI. So your correct answer to ki hobo? Your correct answer will be A. That is $84.8 billion. And who are the top investors? Singapore, Mauritius, UAE, and UAE. Very, very important. I'm saying you. Singapore, Mauritius, UAE, and USA. Okay, so very importantly. Next, if I say about question number 13, so what is the rank of India in the world in medical tourism? So obviously I have made you see over here. So it is 10. Okay, so world in medical tourism. Mane amar yate kiman manhu ahi ase for its medical treatment. Okay, so it also says about how good the medical treatment of our country. So this is the rank of India, that is 10th. Okay. Next, according to this economic survey, which of the following country is the top export destination in April to November? Top export destination. Question number 14. Top export destination of India. So the top export destination of India from this particular quarter from April to November. Question number 14. Okay, chalo. You can see India's top export destination, USA, UAE, Netherlands. Okay, so it will A, top export destination. Okay, so please do remember. তাৰপিছত যদি মই ইম্পৰ্টছৰ কথা যাওঁ, okay, ইয়াৰ একেলগে কৈ দিছোঁ মই, India's top importers, China, UAE, USA. Okay, so exporter, USA, UAE, and Netherlands. আৰু India's top importers, China, UAE, and USA. So please do remember this one. Okay, so ইয়াতে আমাৰ যদি কওঁ which of the following countries is the top importer, so ইয়াতে আহি গ'ল আমাৰ China. আৰু ইয়াতে obviously কি আহি যাব? USA. Okay, so please do remember these 2 points. So ইয়াতে যদি মই কওঁ top imported items কি আছে আমাৰ? Petroleum, crude and products, and electronic goods. Okay, so very importantly, this is the main import items that we are directly bringing in from other countries. Okay. Okay, so yate external sector watchful and hopeful. How does merchandise will come? India's 7th largest service exporter in the world. Okay, so দুটামান yate likha ase. Okay, same bostu kini jikini mo questions already dilu. Okay, so all these things are covered over here. So you can even see by reading this particular things. Okay. Next, how many schools will be upgraded under the PMSRI? Kunbai ko paribo niki? How many schools will be upgraded under the PMSRI mission? So 16, 30,000, 10,000, 14,500, and lastly 20,000. Anyone with the correct answer with question number 16? PM Shri. Chalo, pehle koi lua what is basically this PM Shri? So PM to obviously Prime Minister. So Shri mane ki hoi gol? Schools for Rising India. Okay, and it will be a laboratory for the national education policy. And under the first phase, 14,500 schools will be upgraded. So here the correct answer to ki hoi jabo? Question number C. Okay, yes, education easy. So it's basically is the correct answer. 14,500 amar yate PM Shri andarot ahibo. Okay, so it is basically a bostuto amar launch kora goisile on the occasions of the Teachers Day of 2022. Okay, so we know that during this period of time of Teachers Day, we celebrated the birth anniversary of Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan ji. Okay, because he's a fine person in some of the he has a great enthusiasm towards education. Okay, so therefore these things are being celebrated under this particular yojana. So etu eta scheme to jitu ami PM Shri kotha koisu, this scheme, can anyone say me that a scheme to centrally sponsored na central sector scheme or under pore? Because I have already explained you in the last videos about what is basically meaning of centrally sector and centrally sponsored. So etu kihot pore konba ko paribo niki? Jodi centrally sponsored buli koi ase tetihole CS buli likha, aru central sectorot buli jodi konba bhabise tetia only sector buli likhilo hobo. So anyone who is saying it to be centrally sponsored, so please write CSS. And if anyone who is wanting to say it to be a central sector scheme, so please do write sector. So do you know what is this PM Shri? Central sector scheme bilak kun hoy? Directly funded by the government of India. Aru centrally sponsored bilak jibilak state aru central major divide hoy. Okay. Akash Bora, CS, that is centrally sponsored. Okay. Education easy. Okay, sorry, I don't know your name. So it's CS. Okay, Siddharth CS. Okay, fine. So yes, it's the correct answer. So it's basically is a centrally sponsored scheme. Okay, and for upgradation and development of more than 14,500 schools across the country, and it also aims in strengthening the selected existing schools from among schools managed by central government, state, UT, government, or local bodies. Okay, so therefore it will showcase all components of the National Education Policy 2020, and it will act as exemplar schools and also offers mentorship to all other schools in their respective vicinity. So etu amar bahut important aspect hoi jay. Okay. Okay, so here gotekhini likha ase Pradhan Mantri Schools for Rising India. You have got all these things over here. Please do things it. Next, who prepared the economic survey? Very easy question. Chief Economic Advisor, President, Ministry of Economic Affairs, none of this. 17. Very easy question. Who prepared the economic survey? Question number 17. Anyone with the correct answer? अरे इमान टाइम क्यों लगा ऐसा सुबह? इट्स अ वेरी इजी क्वेश्चन. Probably, I don't know. Uh, can everyone see the screen, or is he only seeing the problem? Everyone else can see the screen. Please reply with yes or no. Please reply with yes or no if you can see the screen, because someone is saying that the screen is not clearly visible. Okay, probably it's a network problem on your side. Who have told? Max Shiva. Okay, so probably it's a problem on your side. Okay, so in from my side everything is fine now. Okay, so you can see that the correct answer over here is basically question number 17 is A. Okay, that is the chief economic advisor. Okay, so it is prepared by Department of Economic Affairs under the guidance of chief economic advisors. Okay, so therefore we can see that here it has been asked that yet a Ministry of Economic Affairs বুলি ক'লে. So please don't get confused, it is the Department of Economic Affairs and this is directly under the Ministry of Finance. Okay, so please don't get confused, যেতিয়া ডিপাৰ্টমেণ্ট বুলি কয় তেতিয়া ইয়াতে চি হ'ল দেন, but now it is chief economic advisor. Okay, and who is the chief economic advisor? V Anantha Nageshwaran. Okay, also remember this very name. Okay, next, when was the first economic survey presented in India? When was the first economic survey presented in India? Do anyone know that? First economic survey presented in India. 1947, 48, 48, 49, 49, 50, 50, 51. Anyone who wants to attempt this question? 18, A, B, C, D. The first economic survey presented in India. This is a very static question. Okay, no one? Chalo, I will go with the answer. So it is basically D. That is 1950-51. We have put the first economic survey that is presented in our independent India. Next, when is economic survey presented in the parliament? A day before the budget, a day after the budget, a week before the budget, a month after the budget. Anyone with the correct answer? When is the economic survey presented in the parliament? A day before the budget, a day after the budget, a week before the budget, a month after the budget. 19A. Okay. Okay. 19D. Okay. Chalo. Good try. So it's A. That is a day before the budget, we can see the economic survey presented in the parliament. Okay. So we can see it is basically after 1964 economic survey presented one day before budget. So therefore the correct answer over here is answer number A. Okay, so this is the final question. Okay, so as from the respective graph that you have seen, so everyone I wants to attempt this respective question. So what is India's GDP growth rate in the current financial year 22-23? Can anyone come up with the answer as I have already shown you in the graph? So the question for you, what is India's GDP growth rate in the current financial year 22-23? Please do attempt. What is India's GDP growth rate in the current financial year 22-23? Everyone needs to attempt this, whoever is viewing it. D. Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Okay. 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 Good. Okay. So it's 6%. Okay. That is the India GDP growth rate in the current financial year 22-23. Okay. So this is the category of answer. This is the type of questions that will be asked in the coming prelims with respective to the economic survey. Okay. So please do revise or please see this video again once again. Okay. So as to grasp the things that we have discussed in this respective session. Okay, so we can see that during this period of time, we have to see about that, in this current scenario, if I have to go through the economic survey, so this type of scenes are very important, and this type of questions are very important when we are discussing about the economic survey, when we are discussing about the budget. Okay, so if you all wants, we will come up also with a session on the budget, okay, that has recently been published by the central government, okay, and is recently been given at the finance ministry. So it is basically on your demand, we will come up with this also. So I hope this type of mcqs which I have directly discussed today in this particular session has helped you a lot, okay. And so we will be coming up with such number of mcqs in the near future, okay. So as of today, I just wants to say thank you to you all who have just attended this respective session, okay. And please try to join every sessions that we can see in the current times, okay. So lastly, I wants to tell you the answer, okay. That is, what is India GDP growth rate in the current financial year of 22-23? It is around 7%, so it is not 6%, okay. So please do remember, so I was basically confusing you just to know that how many of you are directly coming up with the wrong answer, okay. So यहाँ पे तुम लोग फंस गए हो, मेरे को फंसा नहीं पाओगे, तुम लोग फंस गए हो, ठीक है. So the people who have said the D option, that is the 6%, okay, this in the very first, if I directly go to the very first thing, মই যদি একদম প্ৰথমতে যদি গুচি যাওঁ, অ'কে, একদম প্ৰথমত যদি গুচি যাওঁ, মই প্ৰথমতে কৈ থৈছিলোঁ যে ছাপ'জলি আই হেভ গট আ পাৰ্টিকুলাৰ মেপ অলছ' অভাৰ হিয়াৰ, অ'কে, য'ত দেখাইছিলে যে হাউ মাছ ইট উইল ডাইৰেক্টলি গ', অ'কে. চ' ইট ইজ, আই কেনট ফাইণ্ড দ্য মেপ নাও, অ'কে. Chalo, anyways, so it is basically 7%. Okay, so please do remember that 7% is the real rate that we can see in this particular current financial year. Okay, so please don't get confused with the datas. Please study the datas very carefully, and please come up with some of the good marks with respect to the economic survey. So if tomorrow or supposedly in some of the coming times, such number of questions will be asked in any exams, so I hope this video and attending this video has helped you a lot, okay. Surely Madhurima, I will directly come up with the budget session also, okay. Surely Sum, I will directly come up with the budget session also, okay. So for today, I'm just leaving this podium. Thank you all once again for joining in, okay. So let's celebrate today with this particular questions. Please revise it once again, and then you will be very much clear in your respective minds. So thank you all, and goodbye.